Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon out there. I hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to be talking about a very fun topic today, guys. Welcome back to the CSO Pro. Again, my name is Carson Cook. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about a very important topic for younger sales professionals or older sales professionals that are in a little bit of a rut or an issue with dealing with very strict clients. This is a very important one as well, guys, especially if you're dealing with a board of directors, if you have to sell, a CEO, if you have to pitch someone that's very big, if you have to go through a process with them. It's important to understand this idea of breaking down the walls with your prospect, okay? Now, what do I mean by breaking down the walls? Well, first off, in an interaction, whether it's communication, either on the street or, on the street, in a bar, in a club, at a social setting, golfing, whatever it happens to be, when you're communicating with other individuals and human beings and they're brand new to your interaction, very first communication, okay, usually it's not very personable, right? It's just to achieve an objective, right? So I need, like a waiter at a restaurant. So it's important to understand that when you're dealing with your prospects, you're gonna be going into that communication that very same way, okay, for the very first time. And that works off the 7-second bias. We have a video in the link below about the 7-second bias. It's gonna help you idea, but we're gonna give you 3 tips today. They're gonna help you break down the walls with your prospect. Their job is to put up this big defensive wall, and our job is to tear it down, so that we can come on a personal level. And then when our personal level has been constructed, that's the level where we have resonance, right? We have the ability to communicate with the other individual. We have the ability to actually really translate emotions back and forth, which help with the decision-making process. Not necessarily logical decisions, but emotional decisions. So we're gonna talk about 3 different ways that are gonna really help you break down the walls with potential prospects, either in the field or over the phone. The first one needs to be something that's out of the ordinary, guys. We need to do something that's gonna spark their brain. Milton Erickson used to call this the misdirect, okay? And that misdirect kicks something off in the brain that actually gave that hypnotist the ability to shock their brain a little bit, to get them involved, right? So we need to do the same thing with our clients, whether it's a weird statement, okay? But we call this, number one, we call this the conversation piece. So in a room where everything is interior decorated and it's designed perfectly, we have this really odd, red, weird, angular chair in the corner. Okay, everything else is the same, but that stands out. What is that called? That's called a conversation piece. So in your communication, in your conversation, okay, whether it's face-to-face or over the phone, we need to find one conversation piece right off the bat to discuss or to make a comment about or to open up with, right? Even before we give the introduction, hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name's Carson Cook. Oh, hey, what the hell is this thing? Oh, you got a picture of a Corvette on the wall. Yeah, my grandpa has one of those. Or my grandfather had one of those, and he passed it down to my dad, and I get it as soon as he's dead, right? Something like that, not like that. But guys, the point is that we need to have something that is gonna be a conversation piece right out of the gate. Somewhere within your introduction or right after your introduction, we need to have something, right? Something that's gonna start some sort of conversation, help break down the walls. Number 2 is the second tip on helping break down the walls with your prospect is comedy kills. Now, what I mean by comedy kills in the fact that it's awesome. Comedy kills, guys. Comedy in a positive way is one of the best sales tools that you're ever gonna get. If you get your prospect to laugh, to smile, to get in a positive mind frame, okay, they're more willing to listen to you. They're actually more willing to be personable, to open up, to have conversation, guys. It's extremely important. Comedy kills. Tell a joke, okay? Even if your joke is not that funny, and then they look at you and you look at them and it was a dumb joke, they're gonna laugh anyway because they're laughing at you and it's a dumb joke. That's okay, that's fine. But at least now you've put a smile on their face. They're kind of like, well, okay. It's that conversation piece that we talk about. But guys, find a way to bring comedy into your sale, okay? Have fun with your job. That's one of the major things too with older sales professionals. They get grumpy. They say, what did I do with my life? Oh, I went into sales. Oh, and they get grumpy. And, at the end of the day, then, they have trouble bringing up something that's funny. We should enjoy our communication, guys. Enjoy these new interactions and relationships you deal with your client. But you don't want to be too formal to where you're stuck up and you don't have the ability to bring comedy into the sale. Have fun with it, right? Even with the board of directors, I'll still tell a joke. I'll make them laugh a little bit, right? That's more personable. They remember that pitch. They remember that conversation. And more than likely, I actually end up with the business because of that one little joke or that one little personable thing to where they say, I really like this guy, right? Or I really like this lady. She's very, personable. Okay, and number 3, guys, this is super important in breaking down walls with prospects, guys, is diagnosing, asking questions, getting them to interact, okay, is one of the biggest things. One of the worst things that you can do is talk so much in your sale to where the other individual is agreeing with everything that you're saying and they're not communicating with you. It's not a dialogue, it's a monologue. You're talking, you won't shut up, and they're like, oh yeah. They're not listening, they're not engaging, guys. So getting walls to actually be broken down, they might be tricking you, and you think, oh, I love this guy loves me. I talking the whole time, he likes me a lot. He told me, right? He said one word, right? No. Guys, ask questions. Get your prospect to talk, okay? Get them to talk 75% of the time, and you're gonna see that your closing ratio will jump dramatically. Let them talk, get them engaged. Your whole first part of the interaction needs to be qualifying, diagnosing, discovery, talking to these people, kind of getting to the point where, at the end of the day, we do wanna find what their pains, the pros and the cons are. But you know what? It might not be a bad idea, guys, to have just a human conversation with them, right? So we're there for pressure. We're there for moving forward in the sale. We're there for getting to the eventual close, and we want to get through it as fast as physically possible. But sometimes that takes the breaks. Sometimes that takes taking your time, having a real human conversation with another human, and taking the close and the sale completely out of the picture, right? Break down those walls first. Work with your client on a first name basis, and then you'll facilitate that deal. It's very easy to build up rapport once those walls are broken down. And we work in an industry, guys, that's very, very, very competitive, so there's a lot of mistrust, there's a lot of aggressiveness, and I love it when I can just take that aggressiveness and throw it in the trash, okay? Have fun with my job, just work through a deal and get it closed. They know me on a first name basis, I know them on a first name basis. Breaking down the walls with your potential prospects is super valuable and super important. So number one, find a conversation piece. Number two, comedy kills, it kicks ass, guys, very important. Number three, ask questions. Get your prospect engaged. Thanks for tuning into the CSO Pro, guys. We will see you next week. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Carson Cook, back at you again with the CSO Pro. Just wanted to put everything out there, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning into all the videos here on YouTube. I just wanted to point out to you guys real quick, just once again, this book will be going on sale May 1st this year, 2019. So coming up here pretty shortly, guys. And this is the No Shit Sales Journal, a confident, common sense, and practical guide to sales. Basically your Cliff Note version, okay, that can get you up to speed, guys, and give you a very solid foundation on how to sell. Now this book, guys, is not just for sales professionals. This book you need to buy and read. It will help your life with your family, your kids, pretty much anyone that you would like to communicate with and become better at communication. Okay, so make sure you go to Amazon, guys, and put in your pre-order right now. We'll include a link below. But this book, guys, is going to be going on sale May 1st. It's also, guys, been featured on the Sales Babble with Pat Helmers. You can tune in to find out a little bit more about the book at salesbabble.com. Very, very, very good podcast. Pat Helmers, guys, is a very standing guy within sales. Very, very, very solid reputation. Amazing podcast with some of the best techniques, communication techniques, tips and tricks for sales. So go to the salesbabble.com. I'll put that link in the description below. But guys, please make sure to pick up your copy on Amazon today. Get one right now. Thanks, guys.